Hey guys, Professor Bill, Comic Book University, and Venom, issue number 13. This is the War of Realms, and Donny Cates. Wait a second. That says Bunn. Isn't that like Cullen Bunn? What's Cullen Bunn doing writing Venom comic books again? I mean, he was always good on doing Venom comics before. How'd he do this time? Well, I'll tell you in a hot minute. All right, first off, let's get into who actually made this comic book. I may have spoiled it. Cullen Bunn is the writer, but did you know that it was illustrated by Iban Coelho? Colors by Andreas Mossa, letters by VC's Clayton Cowles, Ryan Stegman, J.P. Meyer, and Frank Martin all did the cover art, and In-Hyuk Lee did the Asgardian variant cover. All right, so Eddie Brock and Venom, Eddie Brock is Venom. Anyway, Eddie Brock and Dylan are trying to get away from these all the craziness is going on. If you remember back in issue number 2 of War of Realms, freaking the Avengers accidentally got teleported out of New York City before they saved New York City. It could have technically all been ended there. They were doing pretty good for themselves. They all accidentally got teleported back to Avengers Mountain, and now they're all screwed. Well, at least New York City is, because aside from a few Valkyrie who mostly got murdered, yeah, they lost New York City. Most of the humans were brought out of New York City. They were teleported out, but the ones who couldn't, they're reduced to hiding in the shadows and running in the alleys, trying to find some safe place to wait it out. Hopefully they got some food. I'm just saying, y'all should have a bug out kit just in case something like this, a bug in and a bug out kit. You should be set. You should be set. Those guys who didn't, well, they're in this kind of a situation. So, freaking these guys, man, wow. Some of Malekith's Dark Elf, the Svartalfheim assassins, are there. Actually, I don't even think these are the assassins, because they're not out here. They're just murderers. They got swords instead of the typical daggers that they were using. And I gotta say, man, this was dangerous putting Iban Coelho on this, because he freaking murdered this book. This book is fire. I was holding fire in my hand as I was sitting here reading this. This is the best that the Dark Elves of Svartalfheim have ever, sorry, hold on, just pause for a second, this coming in, ever looked. This is beautiful. These freaking Dark Elves are scary good. They're not just like these little tiny midget, like, yeah, I'm going to stab you with Odin, I'm coming to stab you. No, these guys look like, I wouldn't want to mess with these. Like, forget about Dungeons and Dragons, where this was probably inspired from. Oh, hell no, Dritz Stewart in my ass. These guys look dangerous as, dangerous AF. I'm saying, I'm on YouTube. Dude, this was sick. The art in this book was just beyond exemplary. Could this have been one of the best books? Well, I guarantee this is one of the best books that Iban has ever drawn. But could it be the best book ever? I don't know, but it was a gorgeous book, man. I'm happy I read this. If Cullen Bunn would have dropped the ball, he didn't. But if he would have dropped the ball on this one, Iban was just like, I got the ball! And I'm going to turn into a spirit ball. Give me all your energy. Because it freaking ruled, man. I loved the art on this. God damn, this was a beautiful comic book. Okay, so with the story, we wound up getting a Dreamstone involved in this. This looked like one of the night shards from Avengers No Surrender that just happened not so long ago. No Road Home, excuse me. No Road Home, all right? So with that was cool. So we got to see this. It's a little bit different, but it goes and hands this thing over to Eddie Brock, because he gets jacked up. He gets cut up a couple times. You know what I'm saying? Like, he gets knifed, but with swords. So he got sworded. It just sounds weird, right? So he got knifed. And what do you call it? Like, he's still trying to be a hero. And it's funny what the elves say to him, the Svartalfheim elves say to him. Like, humans always trying to, Midgardians, always trying to be heroes, but you're just not cut out for the job. Yet it's what you strive to be. It's not too far from the truth. We are not the dominant species on this planet. Oh yeah, collectively, and with the few of us who are really good with tech, who are able to, build these weapons and all these things that we do with the cityscapes and whatnot. Hell yeah, say we good. But a human being one-on-one against most of nature's animals, dude, like, there's a good chance we can get killed fighting a scorpion. I'm just saying, like a little tiny scorpion, I just been killed, because I'm saying. So this was a good point. This was a really good point. It's such a little tiny thing that Cullen Bunn mentions, but it's a great point. Anyway, there's a new Venom symbiote-ish, but it's not We Are Venom. No, it's not. And that's addressed. Is this really only going for 3 issues? Then he's going to wind up losing the suit? Man, I would be pissed if that's the case. But what I will say, when Cullen Bunn designed something, like he designed those poisons, they went and made a poison figure. You know what I'm saying? For the 6-inch Marvel Legends one. I don't know if they did that for the 3.75-inch ones, but like the 1/12 scale, the 6-inch ones, they got a figure of that quick because Bunn comes up with some great ideas. He's like, this dude is just, he's next level. He's next gen next level. And in this, he creates this new suit for this. Of course, Eban gets the credit for it because it just looks sick. It looks sweet. But I mean, like, some of this was, clearly Cullen. So I'm just saying, expect this to be a Build-A-Figure one of these days. And I'm looking forward to it big time. I'm also kind of hoping that these Dark Elves, these versions of the Dark Elves also wind up becoming... You know what? Just do a freaking War of Realms version, like a wave. War of Realms wave. Because I want to get like 2 of these assassins. These fighters. Get the assassin in there. Get the fighters in there. I want to get a whole bunch of them. All right, because hell's to the yes. And let's build this version of Venom, dude. This was a hot comic book. This was probably the biggest, best surprise, positive, good surprise this week in the comic books. I was reading this comic book. I sat down to read this comic book like, oh, this should be good. This should be pretty good. And I was still blown away by how goddamn good this was. This was a hot book. Do not welch on this book this week. Make sure you get this book. First appearance of a new suit. I'm saying... you might be pissed off with yourself. You might start kicking yourself if you don't get this book. And if I meet you a year from now and you didn't get this book and you wind up paying a whole bunch on eBay for it or something like that, I might help you kicking yourself. I'm saying, and you'll thank me for it. Anyway, guys, get the book. You're welcome. Professor Bill, Comic Book University. Class dismissed.